everyone. I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 47. Welcome. I have some finished objects today and some works in progress. So let's get started. Okay, so for my finished objects, I've been working on the panels and squares Afghan for a wedding shower gift that I'm going to be attending in a couple of weeks, and I finished it, so I want to let everybody see what it looks like. I don't think the recipients watch my videos, so I think it'll be safe. Okay, so I'll try to hold it up. It's really large, but it is finished. Very happy with it. I think it turned out very nice. I'm using Lion brand Heartland yarn, and I used the exact yarns that it called for in the pattern because I like the colors of it very well. It's heavy and bulky. There. Anyway, very nice. I'll put a link to the pattern in the description box below. So I'm very happy to get this finished and excited to give it to them as a wedding gift. Okay, and then last week I was also showing you that I was working on a new stuffed animal or amigurumi, and it was a baby zebra, and I finished him. In fact, I finished him up this morning. I was working on the mane. I wanted to get him finished so I could show it as a finished object. So here he is. Very cute. He will sit up with a little bit of coaxing. I got to lean him forward just a little bit and adjust him, but he will sit up. And I really enjoyed making the mane there. I think it's really cute. And when I was doing the pattern, I noticed that he didn't have a tail. And I was thinking, well, the zebra has to have a tail. And so I was looking around thinking what I could use for a tail, and I even Googled zebra tails on the web to see if I could look at some pictures to make sure I knew what they were supposed to look like. So what I did end up doing is I just attached, I used 2 strands, well actually it was 4 strands because I held them 2 together, but I used 4 strands of the gray and just 2 strands of the white, which would make 6, and then I just braided the tail. And as you know, that zebras have this long bushy piece at the end that is loose, and so I just knotted it after I braided it down so far. I knotted it, and then I just left a length of yarn strands there at the end. Anyway, I think he turned out so cute, and I will put him on my shelf or in my collection until I have a recipient for him. Oh, and I did look at the eyes again, and I just kept thinking they just needed a little bit more touch up, and so I did stitch around the eye just a little bit more to enlarge it just a tad bigger. So I'm happy with him. I think he turned out really cute. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and the name of the designer is Jamie Storer, Storer. But I will put a link to the pattern in the description box below. So there he is. Okay, and let's see. My next finished objects are the 365 Days of Granny Square project that I'm doing, and I left off last week on square number 163, and so this week I'm starting right there at 164, and here are the squares that I've done for this week. Okay, so here's square 164, yeah, right there, and then I have square number 165. This one was really fun. It has these 4 interlocking loops there in the middle, and then you go around it. That one was fun. 166, this one. And then 167. Now this one, she tells you up front that the square is going to be a very large square. She measured it to be like 9 inches, and I'm trying to aim for 5 to 6 inch squares. And so the squares I'm making, I'm using a J hook. But if she lets me know in the tutorial, the videos, that it's going to be larger, then I will go down in hook size. And since this one seemed like it was going to be especially large, I actually went down to a size F hook, from a J to an F, to try to get it to the size. And it is a little bit larger, but I think it's doable to be able to include. So there's that one. So that one was 167, I had to count. Okay, and then 168 was a puff stitch square, and that too was also getting larger. And in fact, she had another round, and I left that off because I was measuring up against my other squares, and it was big enough. So, but anyway, it's nice. It has puff stitches all the way around. Well, puff stitches. And then, yes, and then where I changed color right there, it was more like a cluster stitch. Okay, and then my last one for the week is number 169, which this one has popcorn stitches. It is a 3D, and you see they stand up. It's a 3D flower. So that's 169. So next week I will be in the 170s. Okay, so that's my finished objects for the week. My works in progress, I'll go right into that, and it will be the 365 Days of Granny Square project blanket number 5, and which was last week's 6 squares that I did, and I put them together with my join as you, not my, but my go-to join as you go method. So, since the colors are really pretty dark this time that I picked out most of them, I went ahead and picked an off-white color to border it. Okay, so 6 squares across, got them connected. So there's that one. That one will be ongoing. So next week I will add the 6 that I just made, and I will be adding them to that strip that I just showed you. Okay, and then let's see, the next one is okay, since I finished the panels and squares Afghan, which was the wedding gift, I went on to start the baby blanket that I was wanting to start for a baby shower that will be following the wedding shower. And so I went ahead and started that one. I also, but I did wait until the 14th to start it because I wanted it to qualify for an entry in the Cake Cal that is going, Cake Walk Cal, sorry, that is just started, co-hosted by Mo of Unseen Strands and Ella of No Catchy Name Crochet. And it is a cal that you can participate in from now until the middle of October, the 14th, I think, where you can make projects using any yarn that is the cake yarn, like Karen Cakes, the Lion brand Mandala cake, the Bernat cake pops, you know, those type of yarns. Okay, so this is using the Lion brand Mandala in the colorway Genie, and I started that. It is a 8-point star blanket, and it will be a baby blanket. Okay, and the name of this pattern, it's kind of hard to hold it up because of the points. I should have pinned it up, I guess, on a board or something to show you, but the name of the pattern is called it all started with the square because you have this granny, kind of not granny square, but, well, sort of, but a square right there in the center. And then you put these triangular pieces on each side. And then you start going around it to form your star shape. Okay. So, I do have a photo of a picture that somebody made with this. In fact, it's the same colorway. Let me find it. Okay, let me hold that up. And so it hopefully will look similar to this one because I really like the way this one turned out. Okay, so I was thinking that I was just going to let the colors flow on these cakes, but I believe this one I'm going to cut and patch it some, because this, okay, and this is my first whole cake, okay? Finished it up last night. So I have 2 more that I can use to add to whatever size it'll turn out to be. But anyway, the way the color sequence goes is it starts with this. Well, I started it with the light gray, and then it goes to the green, and then it kind of transitions into a white, and then it goes into a silver and gray, and then it gets really dark. It looks black, but it's actually more of a charcoal color. But then after that, it starts going into the gray, this section, the gray and silver part, before it finally gets back to the green. And I'm thinking that since it's a baby blanket, I'm thinking, and I noticed that that's what they did on the pattern, the one that the other person did using this colorway. And so instead of waiting for it to go back to the gray and then finally get back to the green again, it would make a pretty large band of this dark color. And so I think what I'm going to do is when I start my next one, I'm going to, when I add it on, I'm going to start with, skip some of that gray part and go right back into the green again, okay? So I don't have such a wide section of the really dark, more accent than more larger sections of it. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, just to keep it a little bit lighter in color. Now her colors that she's going to have for her nursery are neutrals and grays and stars. That's why I was thinking, oh well, I will do star blanket. So I'm hoping that she'll like it. The little robot, he's sitting up there. I think point to him. Yeah, I see him. The little robot I did not a few weeks back. It will go along with the blanket as a part of her gift. So, okay, so that is works in progress number 2, and then so works in progress number 3 is my Christmas character blanket. Christmas character blanket pattern by Sarah Zimmerman of Repeat Crafter Me, that I'm doing or hosting a square a month in order to finish this blanket. And so this is April's square, so this is square number 4. And I am at the halfway point now of my Santa sleigh piece. It's a hot mess on the back. It's got lots of strings because I believe they're all connected still. But anyway, I wanted to show you. It's coming out really good. I am up to the top of the sleigh there where this is going to be a candy cane sticking out. And I've got just a little bit of peeking of the green sack that's in the sleigh full of toys. And so this is the halfway point. And so from here, I am going to be decreasing. And so it will be, evening up to get my square shape. And so there's that one coming along really nice. So I should be able to get a whole lot more. I may even get it finished this next week. We'll see. If not, I will probably get close to finishing anyway if I'm not finished with this square. And so that's all my works in progress that I've been working on this week. I've been working more on the panels and squares blanket because I wanted to definitely get it finished. And also the my little zebra friend here. I think he's just so cute and huggable. So I wanted to get him finished. And so I've been working a little bit more on those and getting my squares done. But anyway, now that I've got those, I only have 3 whips on my list right now. And so I intend to pick up the summer shawl that I was working a couple of weeks ago with the jewel tone yarn. I'm going to be picking that up and continuing on with that, doing some more work on that. And what else? Upcoming, let's see. The Harmony sample blanket for the month of April that Sarah Satch is doing. She will be releasing the next segment to that blanket, not this coming Monday, because it's the last Monday of the month, and I think it's not this coming Monday, it'll be the Monday after that on the 30th. And so I won't be showing it this next episode. It will be in the following one. So you can be looking for that. And let's see, what else? Oh, and then I had a couple of requests over on my Facebook page. Now, I do have a Facebook group by the name of Yarnjoy Podcast. And feel free to come over and join us and post the projects and things that you're working on. We'd love to see what you're doing. And so anyway, somebody was asking me in reference to the squares that we've been making, that she had suggested to do a tutorial on not necessarily how to do it, but how I carry my colors and how I work with all the bobbins. I have these bobbins that I wind up and I work with. And so, everybody has different ways. Whatever works for them is the best way for them to do it. But I was thinking that maybe that would be a good thing to do a tutorial on. Not, just to kind of show you how I do it and to see maybe if that would be helpful to people. I know that, like, when I'm writing here, this section, since it's got all these different colors, I've got the red and the white, and then I got the gold and more red, and all these different sections, and then I got the purple background, and, it goes all the way down, that it does get a little bit messy, or it can be. And so she was asking me, like, how often I cut my yarn or change, or how many bobbins I have on at one time, and so I'll try to get on and do it soon. I might get it done tomorrow, and then to show how I carry my colors, and kind of a few finishing touches that I do. So be looking for that. I just purchased a new video editing software, and so I need to figure out how to use it. But I think it's going to be really good, and it would be easy and quicker to get things uploaded than what I was using for my last tutorial, since I do like to release it in both left-handed and right-handed versions. So I need to find something that flipped things horizontal to get both versions released. So and I do realize that is very important, because I am a left-hander. I know I've said it many times. I'm lefty. And so I definitely want to release it flipped over, which it would be the right-handed version for everybody else, because with my last tutorial, I had so many more views on the right-handed version than I did on the left for the left-handed version, which I knew that because there's more right-handed people. So I'm glad to be able to get both versions released. And so be looking for that, possibly get that up within a few days. So we'll see how that goes. And then let's see what else. I think that's it. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. My subscription number is continuing to rise, and that's an exciting thing. I know I say it all the time, but it just is. It really is. I'm just excited to see that people want to see what I'm making, and I'm making so many friends, and I love all the comments, and just really, really having a great time doing this. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And come back and watch my videos. I release one once a week showing the things that I make, the things that I finished, the things project that I'm working on, this and that. And I am trying to get to the point where I will be releasing a few ideas rattling around in my head about other things that I could do. So I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and continue to watch. And thank you so much for those that have been with me from the beginning. I just call all of you my friends. And please hit the like button on my video if you enjoyed it, if I was able to show you something that you liked. And that will get my videos out there even more. But anyway, I think that's it. So everybody have a great week upcoming. The weather's been wonderful, so I'm glad for that. I know my friends that are up in the northern states are still having so much snow, and just hold on. I'm sure that spring is coming. It has to. It just has to. So, so just hang in there. Hang in there. So I guess that's it. I'm rambling. I don't know what else to say. So we'll see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.